Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, I wanted to go ahead and talk about this topic because, we got about 3 months before, a little over 3 months before the new year, right? And, you gonna have some people who will be like, I'm just gonna wait until the new year to start losing this weight. Them the losers. All right, them the losers. Right now, I'm talking to the winners. The folks who like, man, I want to go ahead and get a head start on my fitness goals going into the new year. I want to go ahead and start dropping some weight. And so by the time the new year come around, I'm already buying some new clothes. I'm looking a little bit better. People complimenting me on my looks. My kids want to start exercising and eating healthy because they see my ass exercise. They see me with a new lifestyle, right? And so those are the people I want to talk to. I want to talk to them winners, all right? You may have just fell on a little bit of hard times. You got caught up with work and life, and now you're like, man, I done gained a little too much weight. I'm not liking the way I'm looking in the mirror these days. I'm not having as much energy as I want to have these days. These are the things you want to do to drop your next 25 pounds, guys, all right? Numero uno, I see a lot of folks who are starving themselves. They're doing a starvation diet. They're doing a diet where they got to give up meat. They got to give up carbs. They're giving up sugar. They just giving up something. And most times we don't want to give up the foods we enjoy eating. Like if you know you like eating breakfast food like pancakes and waffles like I do, you don't want to give it up. You know what I'm saying? If you know you like eating certain types of candy, or grown people still be eating candy these days, it's a thing. Sweet tea, lemonade, soda, whatever it is. Right? I know sometimes y'all may hear me on and see me on social media like Instagram and Facebook talking about give up the Simply Lemonade. It's big ass stomach behavior. But the truth is, guys, you can still eat and drink whatever you want to and lose weight, believe that or not. And so the first thing you need to be aware of is what I call flexible nutrition. All right, this is things I teach my members. These are things that I use in real time for myself because you don't have to give up the foods you enjoy eating. So flexible nutrition is you have the flexibility of eating what you want with some structure. All right, you may or may not have heard trainers say you got to be in a calorie deficit, right? You got to be in a calorie deficit. You got to make sure you know your protein intake. These things are very important, guys, because if you're just eating healthy and you're not aware of how much you're eating, your ass ain't gonna drop weight. And if you do, you don't even know what you did to lose the weight. Like that's what be happening to a lot of people. They step on the scale 1 week of dieting, they drop a couple of pounds. The next week they didn't gain 3, 4, 5 pounds. And now they mad and depressed and disgusted and discouraged. And they're like, what happened? They don't know what happened because their ass ain't tracking. And so even though I say flexible nutrition, you still have to be aware of how much you're eating. Okay? Know your calorie intake. Know your protein intake. Guys, you can go to you can go on Google, type in TDEE calculator. That stands for Total Daily Energy Expenditure, right? They're going to have you put in a couple of numbers. You put them in, it's going to give you a number, right? It's going to give you your total daily energy expenditure. Then you're going to have to reduce a certain amount of calories, and so that way you could be in a deficit. And that's the amount of calories you want to eat on a daily basis to start dropping body fat, okay? Some people, depending on how fast you want to drop weight, you have to reduce a little bit more. Other people who just want to do it more gradually, you don't have to reduce by as much. And then a certain portion of that daily calorie intake is going to have to be protein. It could be about 35 to about 42% of that overall calories. All right, that needs to be your protein intake. The reason I say 35 to 40, everybody different. Some people want to eat a little bit more protein. Other people, they don't care to. You see what I'm saying? I'm one of the people, I prefer to eat a little bit more protein. You gotta know yourself, or you gotta have a coach who can help you map things out and structure things for you, so you ain't gotta guess and think about that shit. All right. Now, once you have this nailed down, now I take pride in, as a coach, in having like methods, formulas, things that I know are gonna work for myself and my members. And one of the formulas is the 3-2-1 diet. All right, what does that stand for, coach? What the hell is the 3-2-1 diet? That stands for 3 meals a day. All right, you got breakfast, lunch, dinner. All right, then 2 snacks a day. That could be in between your breakfast and your lunch, 1, and then the other one could be in between your lunch and your dinner. That's 2, right? So you got the 3-2, and then the 1 is 1 meal, not day, not 1 weekend, 1 meal a week. You can eat whatever the hell you want to eat. If you want to go to Waffle House, I'm out here in Atlanta, like you got a Waffle House on every other corner out here. So every other week, I go to Waffle House. You see what I'm saying? But if you know you want to go to a burger joint, you want to eat pasta, you want to eat pizza, guys, I still enjoy myself. I remember when I was in my mid-teens, like 15, 16, used to be cats in their 30s saying, man, boy, just wait until you hit 30. You ain't gonna have them abs no more. Now I'm 34 years old. I still got abs. I look better than a lot of folks that's in their early 20s because I have structure. All right, you gotta have structure. Okay, you gotta have structure. The other method is the 80-20 rule. All right, and that 3-2-1 diet, it kind of, runs parallel with the 80-20 rule, but 80% of the time you need to be eating healthy and clean. Then the other 20% you can eat whatever you want to. And the reason I say that, guys, weight loss is not all about just being in a deficit. It's not just all about just eating less and you drop weight. I want to feel good. I don't know about y'all, but I want to be able to look good but still live my life, not be tired all day. What some folks be hitting me up in the DM, man, I want to drop this weight, but I'm just so tired, man. I get out of work, I don't have no energy, coach. Man, I just can't get myself out of bed in the morning because your ass ain't eating right. If you ate better and cut back on all that sugar, all that junk food, eating boxes of cereal in a day, eating drinking all that soda and lemonade and sweet tea, that shit got a lot of sugar in it, man. Like it's not just go cause you to gain weight, but it zaps your energy. Some guys be hitting me up, man, coach, I got the ED, I got the erectile dysfunction. You drinking too much sugar. Like, guys, every now and then I have somebody in my DMs, they'll say something about how they've had cancer or they may have cancer, and one of the things that the doctors tell them right off the bat, hey, you got to cut sugar. You got to cut sugar. You want to know why they say that? Sugar causes inflammation. It's not to say we can't eat it every now and then, but some of y'all, you have no self-control. Like me saying flexible nutrition does not mean you just eat whatever you want to when you want to. No, you still have to create boundaries. You think about it this way. Let's say you want people to stop calling you at 10 p.m. because you just mentally spent. You like, I ain't trying to talk to nobody after 10 p.m. So what you do? If folk be calling you, you be like, hey, after 10, I don't want to talk to nobody. You see what I'm saying? You set a boundary. You also have to set boundaries with yourself. Okay, cool. Well, I'm only go drink alcohol once or twice a week. I'm only go eat a cheat meal once or twice a week. You gotta set these boundaries and be disciplined with them. Otherwise, don't complain about not getting results. Don't complain about the health issues, the diabetes, the sleep apnea, all that kind of stuff. Like, guys, I know some of y'all might be new to my content. My grandfather is one of the reasons I started doing this. He was like my life when I was a kid, man. I used to the Marvel and the Superman, the Batman. I used to look at all that with him. And I just remember as a kid, I used to be laying on his big old ass stomach. He was a heavy dude, and he was gaining more and more weight. He was a truck driver, and then he developed sleep apnea, and he'd be snoring loud as hell. He started having like little mild mini strokes here and there, and then at 46 years old, he ended up having a heart attack and passing away at 46, y'all. Like some of you guys ain't y'all 40s, and you just eating whatever the hell you want to eat. And to make matters worse, y'all got kids. You got a wife. Guys, it's a whole nother level of responsibility when you got people depending on you. You got kids, and you just trashing your body. You got a wife, and you just trashing your body. Like, that's like the highest level of motivation I believe a man can have. Having people who are dependent on him. It makes him want to step into his power. Like, what are you doing? Wake up. So that's the first thing, guys. Flexible nutrition. That's going to help you drop weight. All right. The next thing, if you don't want to be walking around losing weight like some of these Ozempic folks out here, they losing weight, but they looking sick. Like these folk looking frail, they looking terrible. You know, they man titties that just sagging. It's just bad. You don't want to look like that. You want to look good in your clothes and when you take your clothes off, which means you have to lift weights. You don't have to lift weights like a bodybuilder though. I know a lot of these trainers out here say, hey, you got to work out 7 days a week. You got to do 2 a days. You got to work out 6 days a week. You got to go. All you need is 3-4 days a week. That's it. And the way that I approach this is I call it lifestyle-based training. Lifestyle-based training. And the reason I say training, guys, and not working out is because working out, you're just going to the gym without a purpose. You're just going in there, doing some bicep curls, doing some bench press, maybe a couple of abs, maybe a leg exercise or two, or you might just do cardio, and then take your happy ass right up out the gym, think you did something. Yo, what up? Just wanted to take a quick second to let you know I want to change your life. If you've been listening to the episode and you know that I have what it takes to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and transform your body, and you ready to make them changes in your life, head over to my Instagram @JJacksonOfficial and DM your boy Real Results, and I'll reach out to you and we'll talk about your biggest struggles. We'll talk about the goals that you want to accomplish, and I'll give you some guidance and a game plan on what you need to do next to hit those goals. Again, head over to my Instagram @JJacksonOfficial and DM me the words Real Results, and I'll reach out to you to do what I can to help you. Now let's get back to the episode. That's what we call an empty victory. You just went to the gym, but you ain't actually getting no results from it. And that's working out. Training is when you're working out with a purpose. When you go to the gym, you know exactly what you go do. You know what exercise you go do. You know how to do them the right way, how many reps you go do, how many sets you're gonna do, the rest time, and then there's structure in a way where you can progress. Like you're getting stronger. You're not just going and not just doing shit just to do it. No, it's thousands, if not millions of people out here who struggle with getting results because they have no plan. Now guys, most of y'all, you're putting in more than enough effort. Some of y'all work out more than I do. But the reason you're not getting results is because you don't have structure. You're just working out. You need to start training. That way you can build muscle so you look good in your clothes and when you take them clothes off. Yeah. Don't you want to look good when you take them clothes off? I guess I'll keep it PG today. I'm sorry, all my freakaliks out there who wanted to hear me say all the nasty stuff. I just can't do it today. I'm not feeling it today because I just don't want to do it. All right, so don't feel too bad. It's okay, but you know what I'm talking about. If you want to look good butt naked, when you getting out that shower and your girl looking at you like, ooh, baby, come on, waiting on you. I'm waiting. You get done round 1, she ready for round 2. She looking at you, she ready. She ready. Because you've been lifting weight. You look like that guy. It's one thing to have the bag, guys. Nowadays, it's 2024. You can't just have the bag, man. You gotta look the part too. You gotta have that energy. You gotta have that charisma. But most guys don't have that charisma unless they looking good too. Because they know they not exercising their potential. They like, man, I got the bag, but damn, man. This damn stomach, boy, I'd be on point. If my body matched my bank account, boy, my life would be perfect. I'm trying to help you out. Your ass got to eat right, but you also got to lift them weights. All right, and so that's number 2. But the most important part of this, of number 2 though, you have to have it in a way where it supports your lifestyle. Because I see a lot of guys, they jump on these different training routines, and ladies jump on these different workout programs and shit, and I just can't be consistent. I just can't do it. I start and I stop. I don't know if I'm going to ever lose that weight. And the reason why is because you don't have a lifestyle-based training routine that supports what? Your lifestyle. If you can only work out 3 days a week, cool. I got members that done dropped 30 pounds in 3 months while only working out 3 days a week. One of my guys named Renzo. He worked out Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He started working out because I think it was his stepdad ended up passing away from having a heart attack. And he got scared because he was overweight. He was like, shit, man, I don't know what I need to do, but I need to do something. And so I put him on a game plan. He worked out Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 months, he dropped like 36 pounds. 6 months, he dropped 60. You see what I'm saying? And so very, very important, guys, to have structure so that way you can be consistent. If you have a consistent issue, you can't be consistent, that's because you're lacking structure. This is why you need a plan that supports your lifestyle. Otherwise, you go be going back and forth your whole damn life. And who want to go through that? That's stressful, man. That's exhausting. Like, who the hell want to go through years just looking at yourself in the mirror and stepping on the scale, not being happy with what you see? Like, guys, get a plan. All right? That's number 2. The last thing, probably one of the most important that most people overlook. Guys, this fitness thing, losing weight, getting in shape, getting healthy, it can be very lonely. It can be very, very lonely. You're going to have people who hate on you for losing weight. You're going to have people who undercover envy you for wanting to lose weight and get healthy because they ass gave up. And so they want to put their affirmations on how they talk to themselves on you. And these that negative energy, it can drain a person if they're doing it by themselves. And so this is why it's very important to have community. This is one of the reasons inside my coaching program I created what's called the Lion's Den. All right, well, we have myself and men and women. We be posting our meals, post our workout when we're hitting the workout. We just be encouraging and motivating and inspiring each other because we understand we're stronger together. But if you go with it alone, you might see a little bit of success, but at some point you could be like, damn, man, I ain't dropping no more, man. What I'm not doing right? Man, I can't really talk to nobody because nobody ain't around me, ain't really getting in shape like that. And so you find yourself falling off. It's easier to fall off when you know nobody else ain't watching. It's easy to fall off when nobody ain't supporting you and holding you accountable. It's easy to fall off when you're not like, shit, man, I want to do this because I want this person proud of me. I want this person to be proud of me. Like, guys, for a long time, I worked out only because I saw that my dad was happy and proud when he seen me working out. I'm like, shit. I was seeking his validation as a kid. 13, 14, all the way out. Like, shit, that's why I'm working out. He thought I was just doing it for football. I was like, nah, I want my dad to be proud of me. And yeah, I want to talk to my crushes in middle school and high school. You see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, you might want your kids to be proud of you. You might want your wife to be proud of you. You might want your husband to be proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear all these folks out on social media, they be saying shit like, oh, I don't worry about what nobody think about me. I don't care what nobody think about me. Well, your ass need to. You need to worry about what your kids think about you. You need to worry about what your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband think about your ass. Because if you're not like thinking about that, what are they doing? If you know you're not taking care of yourself, what you think they gonna start thinking? Damn, he got sleep apnea, he got type 2 diabetes. You don't think that they done heard and seen other folks who had type 2 diabetes get their toe cut off, get their foot cut off, have holes in their legs, get hooked up to a CPAP machine? You think they want that shit? No, they don't want that. Like, why would anybody step into a situation where they got to go through that with somebody? They end up pouring all this emotional energy into a person. Now it becomes a, damn, I love him, but man, this is bad. I hate to see you like this. I hate to see him like this. Like, you gotta care about how they look at you. And so when you care, when you give a fuck, you like, man, let me take my butt to the gym. I know I don't feel like, let me take my butt to the gym. Let me start eating a little bit better. And some guys be like, man, my girl, I gotta have a woman who go respect me. Man, I can't be with her. She ain't gonna respect me. What are you showing her that you respect yourself? If you're not eating right, if you're not taking care of your body, if you always self-sabotage and talking negatively about yourself to yourself, what you think she gonna do? She may give you respect in the beginning, but as she start to see your patterns of self-sabotage, as she start to see your patterns of not taking care of yourself, why the hell she need to respect you? Because she don't even think you gonna be around to take care of her or y'all. Like, guys, men, you the captain of the ship, and if everybody else that's on the boat look at the captain like, damn, this captain look like they about to crash out. This captain ain't taking care of himself. He ain't eating right. He getting bigger and bigger. He always sleeping. He always tired. What the hell you think they gonna be thinking? what do you think they go think? They gonna get anxious. They gonna be a little stressed. They'll go be a little bit more on edge because they see you on edge. You crashing out. You ain't taking care of yourself. And so you gotta be around people who are going to speak life into you. You gotta be around people who are going to empower you, motivate you, support you, encourage you. This shit is not woo-woo. You hang around folks who broke, your ass probably gonna end up broke. If you hang around folks who making money, getting to the bag, you gonna be a little bit more inspired and motivated to want to get to the bag too. Unless you just a lame and you just like, shit, I'm okay with being broke. That's okay too, if that's what you want to be. But if you start hanging around people who want to be healthy, who want to be in shape, who care about their presentation, how their body look, what you think go happen? You go be like, shit, man, if they can do it, I can do it too. They human just like I am. They put their shoes on the same way I put my shoes on. They put their clothes on the same way I put my clothes on. They go through the same life stresses and work that I do. So if they could do it, I know I could do it. If nothing else, that's probably one of the most biggest parts, because just hanging around, like, as I started investing in business coaches and I started getting around people that were like super high performers, and I was like, damn, man, this dude just like me. This dude, he walk like I do. He confident just like me. Like, man, I just need to put in the work. I need to believe in myself a little bit more. And you have to put yourself in those type of rooms, and so that way you can feel like you can actually do it, like it's really possible. Because we can have that confidence, like, man, I know I can do this. But you don't really like believe it until you start being around those type of people, and it just becomes a standard. I'm like, shit, man, they doing it, man, I know I can do this. I know I can make more money. I know I can make 6 figures. I know I can make millions. I know I can have a flat stomach. I know I can have abs. I'm hanging around the people all the time. I'm seeing how they thinking. I'm seeing how they talk about things, about health and nutrition, the whole nine. But if you never around it, how are you going to start to develop that same type of mindset, that same type of approach towards life, fitness, relationships? If you want to be in a relationship, but you always hanging around folks who ain't in no relationship, the hell you think gonna happen? Or you want to be married, but you ain't never hanging around folks who married, what do you think gonna happen? You're not gonna know the patterns of success. You get around these people who are successful in these areas already, and so that you can start to understand the patterns. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing that's different? You can do the same shit in fitness. What are these people doing differently? How are they thinking differently versus everybody else? Because they still people. We are still people. So what are they doing differently? How do they think about things that I'm not doing? I'm not thinking that way. What am I doing? What am I thinking differently? Then once you do it and once you see it, you keep running the play. Like, one of my biggest things was I started seeing the people that were really high level, extremely consistent. Like high level consistency, high level discipline. And so I was like, man, that's what I gotta do. Because I would always start things, but I would never finish. And I had to be honest with myself about that. But when I started to be consistent, man, over the past year, my Instagram following then went from like 17, 18,000 to like 90 something. 92,000 at the time of making the podcast. Consistency. I post every motherfucking day. Every day. Consistency. Because I developed a plan, structure. So if you know if you're having a hard time being consistent, you're always starting shit and not finishing or quitting, whatever it is, you need to develop a plan or have a professional to create a plan for you. All right? This is how you get the game, man. This is how you drop your next 25 pounds in only 3 months without suffering, killing yourself, giving up your favorite foods. All right? Hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the follow button. Leave your boy a 5-star rating so we can continue to grow this movement. And we out here, baby. Let go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.